Hey, my name's Kamisha. This is my first video on my YouTube channel, and what better way to start it off than a review of the first episode of Jersey Shore. Now, I know that Jersey Shore was on Thursday, but it's been hard trying to upload and record because everything's so busy around my house. But anyway, the episode starts off with everybody getting ready to come down. Snooki's going to go pick up the new girl, Dina, her friend, and Dina seems cool. Like, she seems like she'll be a good time, way better than Angelina ever was. And so Ronnie and Sammy are actually the first people to get to the house, and they pick the room at the top, which is the room with the 3 bedrooms, the really nice bathroom, and the balcony, I guess, that you can tan on. And so Ronnie says he basically chooses that room because he knows Snooki and JWoww want that room. So JWoww is the first person to get there, and Ronnie looks out the window because he hears the car door slam, and he runs. Him and Sammy run. Sammy asks who it is, and Sammy said, "Is it the whore bag?" And he was like, "Yeah, it is." And so they run up. They go upstairs. They bring all the luggage. And Ronnie goes in the bathroom, and he leaves Sammy in the room with all their stuff. And so JWoww comes up the stairs because she's thinking that she and Snooki and the new roommate are going to get that room, but Ronnie and Sammy have it, which is weird because everybody knows they're just both going to end up sleeping in the same bed. And so my whole thing with Sammy is I just think she's a bitch. She's not nice. Like, you basically think you're hot stuff because you got 2 hits in, and your big monkey of a boyfriend was pushing her against the island in the kitchen. Like, no, get over it. And so then Vinny comes, everybody's waiting for the next person to get there because it's so awkward because none of them, the 3 people, are not talking to each other. So Vinny finally arrives, and he picks a room downstairs because he thinks it's weird that they took the room upstairs because it just throws everybody off because nobody really wants to room with them because they're boring and they're just plain boring. And then Polly gets there, and so Polly and Vinny get the room with the 2 beds. And then Snooki and the new girl Dina gets there, and she introduces herself, and Ronnie ends up calling her a gremlin look-alike, which makes no sense because he looks like the Iron Giant. He just looks weird. And Sam really doesn't even say hi to her. Like, she went in the house just negative. She didn't went in the house trying to be like, okay, I don't like these girls. They don't like me. She didn't go in there trying to be like cool and like civil. She just went in there with like a chip on her shoulder. She just went in there with an attitude. And so then everybody feels bad because they know Mike is stuck sharing a room with them. They know Mike probably doesn't want a room with them because when everybody else went to go check out the rooms, everybody just turned right around, came downstairs, and picked a different room. So according to Snooki, he is miserable, big miserable across his forehead. But the best part was when they were making the drinks and they went out on the top to go play flip cup, the boys against the girls. But Sammy and Ronnie decided to stay inside the house and not participate. And so they showed them playing, and they would show clips of just Sammy and Ronnie just laying in the bed by themselves, just not doing anything. And that just further alienates themselves because who wants to be in a house with a couple who doesn't even want to participate with anybody else just because 2 girls don't like your girlfriend? So you're just going to alienate yourself from everybody else. And so we get to the hot tub. It's Dina, Snooki, and Vinny. And Snooki's very upset because Vinny hooked up with her friend Ryder a few weeks ago. And she really likes Vinny, and she doesn't understand why Vinny would hook up with Ryder. And so Vinny at first Vinny isn't understanding why she's so upset, and then when she explains herself, he finally gets it and he apologizes to her. But she basically won't take the apology. She wants to hook up with him. And he tries to tell her that he doesn't want to hook up with her, that he knows that they both like each other, but he values what they have more than hooking up at this very moment. So she gets upset and leaves the hot tub. And by this point, the new girl, Dina, is wasted. And so she takes the situation into her room and she starts taking her clothes off. And she has her cowboy hat on, she has her bathing suit, and this thing tied around her bottom. But as she was trying to take the little shawl thing off, her bikini bottom fell off. So she basically flashed Mike her kuka. And so he's laughing, but she's spinning in a circle like this with her eyes closed and doesn't even notice what happened until she looks down and she sees and she finally ties it up and fixes herself. So they go back on the roof with Polly and Jenny, and everyone's smoking, and the situation tells them what happens, and they're all laughing, and Jenny tells him that if she sees his stuff rise, that she's gonna go to bed. So then they all start laughing at that, and then they go in the house, and the situation takes her into the room and tells her to put on pajamas. And she does, and then he goes upstairs to his room and tells Ronnie and Sammy what happened. And so then she goes up there looking for him because she's bored and everybody's getting ready to go to sleep. And she sees Sammy and Ronnie laughing at her. When she sees Sammy laughing at her, she gets upset. And as she was leaving the room and walking down the stairs, she calls Sammy a cunt. And at that point, I'm laughing because finally someone calls Sammy something because everybody knows she is because she's boring. And then she gets downstairs and she starts talking to Jenny and Snooki, and she's telling them why she's pissed because Sammy's basically laughing at her for no reason and she doesn't even know her. And so then Ronnie runs downstairs and starts yelling at her. He goes, "Don't you bring me into my girlfriend's mess. If you have something wrong with my girlfriend, you take it up with her." And he goes, "You don't just come in this house, you have to earn respect." What? Like, that makes, like, I understand coming into house to earn respect because she's new. She doesn't know anybody but Snooki. She doesn't know their habits, how they act, or anything. And she starts yelling back, and then Sammy gets in it. So Sammy and Dina are going at it, and you can see Dina's getting more and more angrier the more she sees Sammy still laughing at her. So then she backs up into the kitchen. You can just tell all over her face she's pissed. And so then Snooki says you don't want to anger Dina like that and she'll attack you. She said just because she's small, she'll attack you like a squirrel monkey. And then Snooki, I have never seen Snooki this mad before. And so it was hilarious to actually see that. And so then Snooki calls Sammy a bitch and says she doesn't understand why she has friends and because she's the biggest bitch in the world. And then everybody looked shocked because none of them have probably never seen Snooki like that. So it's just hilarious. And so then Snooki and Sammy start arguing, and then Snooki says that Ronnie's mom called her every day saying why was such a boring bitch. But Snooki in the interview, she says she may have over exaggerated. So I guess Ronnie's mom did call her every day about Sammy, but probably didn't call her a bitch or anything like that. And so then Ronnie gets into it, but when Snooki said that his mom was calling her every day, Ronnie didn't say anything. So everybody obviously knew it was true that his mom was calling her. And so then Sammy gets mad at Snooki for saying that and says she doesn't understand why she would say that. And then she asks Ronnie, is Snooki fake? And Ronnie says yes. And then Ronnie actually Ronnie was Snooki fake came before the mom thing. So, and then Ronnie tells Snooki that she's just a nobody from wherever she's from, like Poskegi or some weird place. And then Jenny gets into it, and finally, I know this is what everybody has been looking forward to. It Jenny JWoww just finally loses it because you could just see her in the back. She's trying to stay out of it because it's not her business, and then she finally just flips, and then Sammy says she will pound her, bitch. And so then J-Ball tells her to step out of it, and she goes up in her face, and she tells Sammy to hit her. Sammy hits her, J-Ball steps back and swings. The first hit she kind of misses, and then she swings again. What you can see from a different angle is she actually lands the hit. She hits her right on the nose, and all Sammy's doing is scratching her and pulling her hair. So basically, Sammy gets her ass whooped the first night in the first episode, and that's what she gets. That's what she's gotten coming to her, because she didn't appreciate anything that they did. Regardless if you didn't like the way they told you what Ronnie did, they told you. All the boys knew, they didn't tell you. Angelina didn't even tell you, and you knew she screwed you over, because Ronnie even told you that every fight that you got in was because of her. So karma sucks, karma got you back. So basically, this is the ending of the review for the first episode of Jersey Shore. So I will see you Monday, because Bad Girls Club is coming on, and I've been waiting for that, so expect a review on that either Monday or Tuesday. And then I will see you back for episode 2 to see what of Jersey Shore, to see what happens after the big fight. So subscribe, comment, tell me what you would like to see on the channel, leave me some suggestions, and just thank you for viewing my video. Bye.